From Miley Cyrus's infamous twerking to Kelly Osbourne's controversial statements on The View, the children of rock stars often find themselves caught up in the world of fame and controversies. In this video, we dive into the captivating journeys of these famous offspring. From iconic musicians to rebellious trendsetters, their lives are a rollercoaster ride of privilege, talent, and trouble. Keep watching because, just like their parents, these kids seem unable to escape the drama. Frances Bean Cobain. Frances is the daughter of rock star Kurt Cobain and singer Courtney Love. Her father, Kurt Cobain, was the legendary frontman of Nirvana, known for his raw, emotional lyrics and a voice that captured the angst of the 90s. Kurt became a cultural icon whose influence on music and culture is huge. Her mother, Courtney Love, was just as impressive. As the lead singer of Hole, Courtney's raspy voice and fearless attitude made her a feminist icon and a rock legend in her own right. Born on August 18, 1992 in Los Angeles, Frances Bean Cobain entered the world amidst a media frenzy. Before she even drew her first breath, a Vanity Fair article suggested that her mum, Courtney, had used heroin during her pregnancy. Despite denials from Kurt and Courtney, child welfare services stepped in and placed Frances in protective custody. This early scandal set the tone for Frances's life, always under the spotlight. Frances's life took a heartbreaking turn when she was just 20 months old. After a visit with her father at a rehab center, the unthinkable happened. Just a week later, Kurt Cobain was found dead at his Seattle home. The world mourned the loss of a music icon, and Frances was left to grow up without her father. Raised by her mother, aunts, and paternal grandmother, her childhood was a mix of love and legal battles. Courtney's struggles with substance abuse often made headlines, adding more chaos to Frances's young life. Despite the chaos, Frances found her sanctuary in the arts. She attended Bard College to study art, carving out her own identity away from the shadow of her famous parents. Her modeling career began with a heartfelt nod to her heritage when she was photographed for Ella UK in 2006, wearing her father's iconic brown cardigan and pajama pants. Frances's striking looks and enigmatic presence made her a favorite in the fashion world. She graced the pages of Harper's Bazaar and was captured in a series of black and white portraits by Hedi Slimane. Her unique aesthetic culminated in her role as the face of Marc Jacobs's Spring-Summer campaign in 2017. Her personal life was just as dramatic. Frances married musician Isaiah Silver in 2015, but the marriage ended in a contentious divorce. The centerpiece of their dispute was Kurt Cobain's iconic 1959 Martin D18E guitar from Nirvana's MTV Unplugged performance. Silver claimed the guitar was a wedding gift, but Frances and Courtney fiercely contested this, insisting it was a cherished family heirloom. The legal battle over Kurt's iconic guitar was nothing short of a spectacle. Allegations flew left and right, with Silver even accusing Frances's mom, Courtney, and her associates of plotting burglary and murder to get the guitar back. This legendary instrument, a symbol of Kurt's legacy, was eventually auctioned off, leaving Frances and her mother heartbroken. Today, Frances Bean Cobain has managed to carve out her own path. She holds the publicity rights to her father's name and image and has found happiness with Riley Hawk, son of skateboard legend Tony Hawk. Frances Bean Cobain's life has been a whirlwind of chaos, but you won't believe the wild encounters the next rock star's child has faced. Kelly Osbourne. Kelly Osbourne, much like Frances Cobain, was born into the chaotic and glamorous world of rock royalty. Her father, Ozzy Osbourne, is the infamous lead singer of Black Sabbath, a band that defined heavy metal with its dark, heavy sound and controversial antics. Known as the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy's onstage persona and wild lifestyle made headlines, cementing his status as a rock legend. Kelly was born on October 27, 1984, at Portland Hospital in Westminster, London. Her childhood was anything but ordinary. While most kids were busy with school and playgrounds, Kelly was traveling around the world, living in over 20 homes due to her father's relentless touring schedule. This nomadic lifestyle exposed her to the electrifying energy of live performances and the backstage chaos of the music world. In 2002, the world got an inside look at the Osbourne family's life through the MTV reality show The Osbournes. The series showcased the unfiltered and often chaotic lives of the family, catapulting Kelly into the spotlight. Her unapologetic attitude and ability to hold her own against her larger-than-life parents made her a standout. This newfound fame opened doors for her music career with her debut album Shut Up in 2002. The lead single, a cover of Madonna's Papa Don't Preach, highlighted Kelly's vocal talents and her knack for adding a modern twist to a classic hit. Beyond music, Kelly became a multifaceted media personality. Her natural charisma and sharp wit landed her hosting gigs on shows like Project Catwalk and Fashion Police, where her candid commentary and fashion insights shone. Her participation in Dancing with the Stars in 2009 showcased yet another talent as she danced her way to third place, endearing herself to audiences. However, life in the limelight came with its controversies. In 2008, Kelly Osbourne made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Gossip writer Zoe Griffin had mocked Kelly's boyfriend Luke Worrell, which did not go well with Kelly. When they ran into each other at a crowded nightclub, Kelly confronted Zoe. Things got heated, and Kelly ended up slapping Zoe, shocking everyone. The police got involved, and Kelly was arrested for assault, making her front-page news. It was a tough moment for Kelly, but she bounced back. Then, in 2015, Kelly found herself in hot water again on ABC's The View. While discussing Donald Trump's immigration policies, her attempt to criticize his views backfired, leading to a comment that many found offensive to the Latino community. Check out this clip.
And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump? Oh, that's...
The backlash was immediate and fierce, leading Kelly to issue a public apology on Facebook, where she expressed regret for her poor choice of words, but stood firm against any accusations of racism. Today, Kelly continues to thrive in the reality TV and entertainment world. She's currently dating Slipknot DJ Sid Wilson, and the couple welcomed their son, Sydney, in 2022. Up next is another rock royalty's offspring, who embraced her legacy and carved her own path to success, but not without facing the challenges that come with the spotlight. Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz is the daughter of rock star Lenny Kravitz and actress Lisa Bonet. Her early life was surrounded by artistic brilliance and cultural diversity. Her father, Lenny Kravitz, is a Grammy-winning musician whose blend of rock, funk, and soul has made him a legend. Known for hits like Are You Gonna Go My Way and Fly Away, Lenny's Afro-Bahamian and Ashkenazi Jewish heritage influenced his eclectic style and powerful stage presence. Her mother, Lisa Bonet, is an acclaimed actress who rose to fame as Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show. Growing up, Zoe Kravitz was surrounded by diverse cultures. Her parents taught her to deeply appreciate her mixed heritage, which became a key part of her identity and career. She attended prestigious schools like Miami Country Day School and the Rudolph Steiner School, but her real education went beyond the classroom. Zoe's childhood was filled with experiences on tour buses, in recording studios, and on film sets, giving her a unique view of the entertainment industry. Despite the glamour of her parents' fame, Zoe Kravitz faced many challenges growing up. The pressure to live up to the Kravitz-Bonet legacy was intense, and she struggled to find her own voice among high expectations. On top of that, her parents separated when she was young, which made things even more complicated. Determined to carve her own path, Zoe Kravitz dove into acting with passion. After high school, she enrolled at the State University of New York at Purchase to hone her craft. Her film debut in No Reservations in 2007 showcased her potential, followed by a standout role in The Brave One. However, it was her performance as Angel Salvador in X-Men First Class that truly launched her career, earning her recognition as a rising star in Hollywood. Being a celebrity means living under constant scrutiny, and Zoe Kravitz knows this all too well. Back in 2022, past comments she made about Jaden Smith when he was 14 and she was 24 resurfaced, sparking intense criticism. This happened right after she criticized Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. The controversy showed just how complicated public opinion can be and the challenges of fame. In a 2013 interview with V Magazine, Zoe, then 24, made suggestive remarks about 14-year-old Jaden, saying, "I can't believe you're 14. I have to check myself, like what I say to you." When these comments resurfaced, fans were quick to call her out, especially since she had just condemned Will Smith's actions. They questioned why she was speaking out against Will while having her own unresolved issues, including her close friendship with designer Alexander Wang, who faced accusations of sexual harassment and assault. Zoe responded to the backlash in an interview with the Wall Street Journal, expressing regret for how she handled the situation. "It's a scary time to have an opinion or to say the wrong thing or to make controversial art or statements or thoughts or anything," she said, highlighting the challenges of navigating public opinion in the digital age. Despite the controversies, Zoe Kravitz continues to thrive as an artist, determined to express herself through her work rather than through social media. Up next is another rock star's child who has also faced intense media scrutiny. Duncan Jones. Duncan Jones is the son of rock star David Bowie and model Angie Bowie. His father, David Bowie, was a musical chameleon whose influence on rock, pop, and fashion remains unmatched. Growing up, Duncan experienced a unique blend of cultures and artistry, moving between London, Berlin, and Vevey, Switzerland. His early education at the Commonwealth American School in Lausanne earned him the playful nickname Zoe Bowie. Duncan's parents split in 1980, and he lived with his dad. He spent that time trying to understand himself better. He attended the prestigious Gordonstoun School in Scotland and later graduated with a philosophy degree from the College of Worcester in 1995. Despite a brief attempt at a PhD at Vanderbilt University, Duncan's passion for storytelling led him to the London Film School, where he graduated in 2001. Duncan's journey in film began with directing music videos and short films, sharpening his skills behind the camera. In 2006, he made a bold move with the French Connection fashion campaign, featuring a controversial ad called Fashion versus Style. The ad showed two women, representing style and fashion, fighting and sharing a brief kiss. This edgy approach aimed to refresh the brand's image, moving away from the tired FC UK logo. However, the ad sparked significant backlash, with 127 complaints to the UK's Advertising Standards Authority about its explicit content and potential influence on younger viewers. But this didn't hold Duncan back. He made his directorial debut with the movie Moon, a critical and commercial hit that earned him a BAFTA award. He then tackled the ambitious Warcraft movie, which became a global box office success despite mixed reviews. Duncan faced intense scrutiny during this time, not just for his interpretation of the film, but also while coping with the profound loss of his father, who passed away just months before the film's release. Despite the emotional turmoil, Duncan remained dedicated to promoting Warcraft, believing in its connection with audiences worldwide. During the press tour of the Warcraft movie, Duncan Jones faced a media storm after an interview with journalist Adam Rosser. Rosser, known for his direct questions, asked tough ones about the film's storyline and characters, leading to a tense exchange. After 5 minutes of Jones answering provocative questions, including one asking if he was the right man to direct the film, the interviewer unexpectedly got up and left, leaving Duncan stunned. Check out this clip.
Yeah? Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
Okay.
For your time. No, thank you for your time.
The BBC defended Ross's approach as fair and robust, while Duncan urged fans to stay calm, reminding them that, at the end of the day, Warcraft was just a movie. Currently, Duncan Jones is working on a new science fiction project, continuing to carve his own path in the cinematic landscape while honoring the legacy of his legendary father. Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus's rise to fame is a story of early talent and the bold transformation from a beloved child star to a global pop icon. Miley is the daughter of country rock star Billy Ray Cyrus. As the daughter of a rock star, Miley was no stranger to the spotlight, growing up surrounded by music and fame. Miley's career took off with the Disney Channel series Hannah Montana, which premiered in 2006. Playing a regular teenager by day and a pop star by night, Miley's portrayal captivated a broad audience and became a cultural phenomenon. The show's success was driven not just by its catchy tunes and double-life storyline, but by Miley's charisma and energy, making Hannah Montana a household name. The success of Hannah Montana led to chart-topping soundtracks, with Miley's voice becoming synonymous with the show's hits. As Miley grew older, she began to distance herself from her Disney image. The first major controversy came in 2008, when personal photos of Miley in various states of undress leaked online, challenging her wholesome image. Miley, then 15, publicly apologized, expressing regret for disappointing her fans and family. In 2009, Miley faced further controversy when she posed for Vanity Fair with renowned photographer Annie Leibovitz. A particular photo showing Miley seemingly topless and covered by a sheet sparked a media frenzy, with critics arguing it sexualized the young star. The photo's artistic intent was defended by some, but it nonetheless added to the scrutiny Miley faced as she tried to shed her child star image. Miley's efforts to redefine herself intensified as her Disney contract ended. The 2010 release of her music video for Can't Be Tamed marked a clear departure from her past work. The video featured Miley as a bird breaking free from her cage, symbolizing her desire for creative and personal freedom. Its provocative nature drew sharp criticism from those who still saw her as the innocent child star. The real turning point came with her 2013 album Bangers, particularly the lead single, We Can't Stop. The music video showcased Miley in indecent outfits and engaging in wild behavior, including twerking and partying. This radical departure from her Disney days sparked debates about sexuality, cultural appropriation, and the pressures on young women in the music industry. Miley's performance at the 2013 MTV Video Music Awards further solidified her new image. Her duet with Robin Thicke, featuring suggestive dancing and twerking, became one of the most talked about moments in pop culture. The performance drew accusations of vulgarity and cultural insensitivity, raising questions about the sexualization of young female artists. Despite, or perhaps because of, the controversies, Miley's fan base evolved. She began attracting a wider audience that resonated with her message of self-expression and defiance. Through all the ups and downs, Miley Cyrus remains a defining figure in contemporary pop culture, unafraid to challenge expectations and embrace her true self. Miley Cyrus's bold performances and media scandals changed how people saw her, similar to the next Rockstars child. Wolfgang Van Halen. In the world of rock music, Eddie Van Halen is a legend whose guitar riffs are iconic, but the Van Halen legacy didn't end with Eddie. It lives on through his son, Wolfgang Van Halen, a musical talent in his own right. Wolfgang started his musical journey at 9, beginning with drums, inspired by his uncle Alex's drum kit. With some lessons and a natural talent, he quickly moved to guitar and finally settled on the bass. His talent didn't go unnoticed. In 2006, at the age of 15, Wolfgang's path took a dramatic turn when he was invited to join Van Halen as the band's bassist, replacing original member Michael Anthony. This bold decision sparked mixed reactions from fans and critics alike. Many wondered if Wolfgang's place in the iconic band was earned by his skills or simply inherited through his famous last name. In 2007, Wolfgang went on his first tour with Van Halen, sharing the stage with his father. Their bond and musical chemistry were highlighted when they appeared together on the cover of Guitar World in 2008. Wolfgang's addition to the band wasn't just a novelty, it brought new energy to Van Halen. In 2012, Van Halen released A Different Kind of Truth, the only studio album Wolfgang recorded with the band. This album marked a significant milestone, showcasing Wolfgang's contribution to the band's evolving sound and proving that he was more than capable of holding his own in the rock world. Despite his success, Wolfgang has continually faced accusations of nepotism. Between 2012 and 2016, he joined the heavy metal band Tremonti to silence the skeptics and demonstrate his versatility. Playing with Tremonti allowed Wolfgang to step out of his father's shadow and prove his prowess in various musical styles. In 2020, following his father's death, Van Halen disbanded and Wolfgang channeled his grief into his solo project, Mammoth WVH, named after his father's original band. In 2021, he released his debut album, where he wrote every song, played every instrument, and sang every track. This ambitious project showcased his multi-instrumental talent and solidified his place as a serious artist in his own right. Despite his achievements, skeptics continued to accuse him of nepotism. The conversation heated up when former Van Halen bandmate David Lee Roth joined in, mocking Wolfgang in a YouTube video. Roth criticized him, calling him names and suggesting he benefited solely from his father's legacy. Wolfgang responded with humor during an interview with Atlanta's The Morning X, highlighting the absurdity of Roth's claims and emphasizing his own hard-earned musicianship. Wolfgang defended his place in Van Halen, underscoring his contributions to the band and his dedication to his craft. He acknowledged the long-standing drama within the band, but made it clear that he had proven himself on his own merits. Despite the controversies, Wolfgang continues to make his mark in the rock world, showing that he truly belongs. Lisa Marie Presley. Lisa Marie Presley was thrust into the spotlight as the only child of rock star Elvis and Priscilla Presley. From an early age, she experienced the turbulence that came with her father's unparalleled fame. Growing up in the Graceland mansion, Lisa Marie's childhood was a mix of privilege and profound challenges. As a young girl, Lisa Marie witnessed her father's struggle with prescription medication, a battle that ultimately claimed his life when she was just 9 years old. This loss left a huge mark on her. The shadow of her father's legacy loomed large, setting the stage for her own future struggles. The Presley name came with a lot of pressure and attention. As a teenager, Lisa Marie tried to balance living a normal life with the expectations of her famous family. During these years, she first tried opioids. What started as experimentation quickly turned into an addiction. In the 1990s, Lisa Marie's life changed a lot. She became a mother, which brought happiness and new challenges. Motherhood inspired her to fight against her opioid addiction. She began to open up about her struggles in her 30s, aiming to destigmatize conversations around substance abuse. Her candid discourse was rooted in personal experience and a desire to turn her pain into hope for others. Her personal life was equally chaotic. She married musician Danny Keough in 1988, and they had 2 children, Riley and Benjamin. Tragically, Benjamin passed away in 2020. Despite their divorce in 1994, Lisa and Danny remained close friends, with Danny even living on her property and playing in her band. Just 20 days after her divorce from Danny, Lisa married pop icon Michael Jackson in 1994. Their relationship was intensely scrutinized scrutinized due to child molestation accusations against Jackson, which Lisa tried to help him navigate. They divorced in 1996, but attempted to reconcile multiple times before Jackson's death in 2009. Lisa's subsequent marriages included a brief union with Nicolas Cage from 2002 to 2004 and a marriage to guitarist Michael Lockwood in 2006, with whom she had twin girls. Their marriage ended in a messy divorce in 2016. On January 12, 2023, Lisa Marie Presley had a heart attack at her home in Calabasas, California. Despite attempts to save her, she died later that day at the age of 54. An autopsy showed she died from a small bowel obstruction due to bariatric surgery. Although opioids were found in her system, they didn't cause her death. Daisy Lowe. Daisy Lowe is the daughter of Gavin Rossdale, the lead singer of the rock band Bush. Bush became famous in the 1990s with their debut album. Rossdale's unique voice and the band's raw, edgy rock sound made them popular, especially in the US. Her mother, Pearl Lowe, was a successful singer-songwriter before becoming a well-known textile and fashion designer. For much of her early life, Daisy believed she was the daughter of Pearl Lowe's ex-lover, Bronner Handwerger. However, in 2004, a paternity test revealed that Gavin Rossdale, whom Daisy had known as her godfather, was actually her biological father. This surprising news added an extraordinary twist to Daisy's life story. Despite her complex family background, Daisy Lowe's rise in the modeling world was impressive. She started modeling at just 2 years old, hinting at the successful career ahead. By age 15, her striking looks and natural grace were noticed by a talent scout in Camden Town, leading to her signing with Select, a top modeling agency in London. Daisy's career took off in earnest in February 2006 when she was featured in Vogue Italia, shot by acclaimed photographer Stephen Klein. This shoot was a pivotal moment, showcasing Daisy's versatility and cementing her status as a rising star in the fashion industry. She quickly became a favorite among designers and photographers, working with brands like Urban Outfitters, French Connection, and appearing in British Harper's Bazaar. Daisy's runway career was equally impressive. She was handpicked by Karl Lagerfeld to model for Chanel, an honor bestowed upon only the most promising models. She graced the catwalks in fashion capitals such as New York, Milan, and London, walking for Topshop, PPQ, Nanette Lepore, Sue Stemp, Charlotte Ronson, Henry Holland, and Vivienne Westwood. Her versatility was evident as she became the face of Agent Provocateur lingerie and represented brands like Burberry, Converse, and Dr. Martens. However, Daisy Lowe's life took a controversial turn recently. At the center of this drama is a celebrity builder who claims that Daisy has failed to settle a $45,000 bill for work done on her $1.5 million home. The builder, known for his high-quality work on luxurious properties, claims that Daisy used the threat of expensive legal fees to stop him from pursuing the debt. If you think Daisy Lowe's story is crazy, wait until you hear about the next star's rebellious actions that landed them in serious trouble. Theodora Richards. Theodora Dupree Richards is the daughter of supermodel Patty Hansen and Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards. Her father, Keith Richards, is a legendary figure in rock music, known for his iconic guitar riffs and wild lifestyle that defined the rock and roll era. At just 16, Theodora was asked to model for a Tommy Hilfiger campaign. This opportunity marked the beginning of her modeling career, highlighting her natural beauty and connection to rock royalty. Theodora's career wasn't limited to modeling. She showcased her creative flair by guest editing an issue of L'Officiel, demonstrating her understanding of fashion as an art form. Her rise in the fashion world continued when she graced the cover of Lucia magazine in mid-2006, photographed by Barry Hollywood. This cover was a testament to her growing influence and her ability to convey emotion and attitude through the lens. In 2011, Theodora appeared on the cover of Town and Country alongside her mother and sister, celebrating the bond of family amidst their glamorous lifestyle. Beyond modeling, she ventured into broadcasting, hosting a monthly show on Sirius XM called Off the Cuff, where she shared insights and experiences from her life and career. However, Theodora's life hasn't been without its controversies. In a dramatic incident in Soho, New York, Theodora was arrested for defacing the wall of St. Anthony's Convent with a red paint marker. Her graffiti, a heart followed by the initials T and A, was a harmless expression of art to her, but an act of vandalism to the law. When NYPD officers apprehended her, they found not only the paint marker, but also marijuana and 8.5 hydrocodone pills in her possession. Theodora admitted to buying the pills from a dealer without a prescription, adding a serious charge of drug possession to her legal troubles. The arrest was very different from the calm image she showed on the runway. It showed two sides of her life, a glamorous model by day and a rebellious rock star's daughter by night. Her legal troubles reminded people of her father's battles with substance abuse, which added irony to the story. Facing charges of making graffiti, possession of a graffiti instrument, and possession of a controlled substance, Theodora's case became a public spectacle. Despite the gravity of the situation, the judge released her without bail, possibly something to do with her famous dad. Stella McCartney. Stella McCartney is the daughter of Paul McCartney, a music legend, and Linda McCartney, an American photographer and animal rights activist. Her father, Paul McCartney, is a music legend best known as a member of the Beatles, one of the most influential and successful bands in history. Stella's early years were spent touring the globe with her parents and their band, Wings. Her father, Paul, named the band Wings, inspired by Stella's challenging birth, praying for her to arrive on the wings of an angel. This deep connection with her father continued to shape Stella's life and career. Despite their celebrity status, Paul and Linda McCartney ensured their children had a grounded upbringing, attending local state schools in East Sussex. Stella, recalling her experiences with bullying, embraced these challenges and developed resilience. Stella McCartney's love for design started young. At 13, she made her first jacket. By 16, she interned with Christian Lacroix, helping with his first haute couture collection. She studied at Ravensbourne College of Design and Communication and Central St. Martin's. In 1995, her graduation collection featured supermodels like Naomi Campbell and Kate Moss, and her father provided the soundtrack, which caught the fashion world's attention. Stella's commitment to animal rights and environmentalism, instilled by her parents, became a cornerstone of her brand. She advocated for using vegetarian and animal-free alternatives, distinguishing herself in an industry criticized for its use of animal products. In 1997, she became the creative director of Chloe, succeeding Karl Lagerfeld and revitalizing the brand with her fresh designs. The turn of the millennium saw Stella launch her eponymous label with Gucci Group. Her debut collection in Paris marked the beginning of a global empire. Stella introduced her first perfume, Stella, in 2003, and a skincare line, Care, featuring organic ingredients, in 2007. Her commitment to sustainability was evident in every aspect of her brand. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Stella McCartney's brand faced backlash for using the government's furlough scheme. This program was designed to support businesses by covering a portion of employees' wages during the crisis. Critics argued it was inappropriate for a wealthy brand like Stella McCartney's, which earns around £500 million annually, to use taxpayer money for financial support. Despite these challenges, Stella McCartney remains a significant figure in fashion, her legacy marked by innovation and the complexities of upholding her values. That's it. Let us know in the comments which celebrity child surprised you the most. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.